just edited it out. Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is Mike, and this is the Variety Show, and I'm back with another video. And today we're going to talk about the Hall of Fame, give our remarks on the superstars that went into the Hall of Fame. We're going to talk a little bit about NXT, and we're going to review Night One of WrestleMania live in Tampa. And I am joined with Brian, which he kind of became a regular on, and obviously also someone that's on every WrestleMania show. It seems like I do. My dad. What's up?
What up, man?
Yeah, man. So the Hall of Fame. This is so they did both both 2020 Hall of Fame and also the Hall of Fame for 2021. So, what's your thought? So, we're gonna talk about each member of the Hall of Fame. We're gonna start with the 2020 Hall of Fame. So, first, we're gonna talk about the headliners for for the 2020 Hall of Fame. So, let's give our thoughts on the NWO. What's your thoughts on the NWO?
Bro, the NWO, man, they was the shit. I actually remember them growing up. Like as a kid, I used to have like their toys and stuff, bro. But I mean, like, come on, dude. To me, it was just like a bunch of old people, just trying to stay alive, man. In the company and shit. But they were really good, New World Order and shit.
What about you, Doug?
Man, I think, that era, they kind of transitioned, with something new, different, the bad boy image and stuff like that. So, you throw some classic names into it, Hogan, and all them, you know, you got an elite squad.
Okay, so my thoughts, like coming from like someone that studied the business, the New World Order. So one of the most famous stables of all time, really, in WCW. So our watching it back when you see Scott Hall and Kevin Nash invading quote unquote WCW Nitro like every week. And then the show we reviewed, me and my dad, we reviewed Bash of the Beach. I believe it was '96. That would be in the link in the description. And that was that was when Hulk Hogan finally beat. Well, he became the third member of the NWO, and going forward, they ended up winning the Monday Night War for a time for WCW, and eventually, like the NWO got bad. Like everybody was joining the NWO, X Pac, um, Booker T. Everybody became members of the NWO.
Wasn't Tyson
Then
part of that too?
yeah, Mike Tyson, the Big
Wow.
Show, everybody, Sting, and then they had like a spinoff of the NWO called the Wolf Pack. That's where you have Sting wearing the red and black face paint.
Yeah.
So
That's why I said they started something like trendy. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So like you have to give hats off to them, for
yeah,
and I mean you got classic guys that's up in there. So and anything with Hope gonna have his name tied to it, like it's gonna always be A1.
yeah. So next we're gonna talk about the first inductee of the 2020 Hall of Fame, not the Big Show, JBL, John Bradshaw Layfield. Want to go first talking about this guy?
Bro, JBL, man. He had a good run and everything like that. Like you always say, he was the lowest champion, the one that brung in the less money or whatever. But personally, I always like JBL, man. The clothesline from hell was really dope, man, and when he had that partnership with I can't even remember his name, dude.
Ron Killings.
Yeah, that was still pretty dope too, man. Kind of like that thing with Undertaker or whatever. That was pretty sweet, bro. I think they had a good run, him and JBL, but really it's just JBL.
Yeah. I'm gonna go next. So JBL, I remember JBL. One of the most memorable feuds that I remember growing up was around 2005, 2006 when he was feuding against Batista for the World Heavyweight Champion. I believe they had a Hell in a Cell match where Batista like power bombed them on the steps. Um, this guy, so he started in WWE when he became the member of the. He started really for the Brawl for All. I don't know if y'all remember that, but during the Attitude Era, WWE thought that it was going to be a good idea to have wrestlers fight each other for real, and that's yeah, that's when you had like a real boxer, Butterbean, not like knocked out Bart Gunn, and JBL got knocked out, and and the sad thing about it, a lot of people lost like injured their like messed up their careers from life during that time. And then after that, JBL joined with not Ron. Oh, I said Ron Killings. My bad. I'm Ron Killings is our truth. I meant I mean Ron
Yeah,
Simmons.
yeah, the damn guy.
For Rook. For Rook. Wow. All right. So they formed the APA. APA was a cool tag team. They used to just drink beers, and then around 2004, like Eddie Guerrero was like they needed they the whole reason why the character JBL character was created was they needed a heel for Eddie Guerrero. So Eddie, because Eddie Guerrero was the champion, and then Eddie would drop the champion to JBL. JBL, one of the longest reigning champions. I think he held the title for over a year, and one of the worst. Like he had one of the worst title reigns of all time. Like this guy JBL, like the the SmackDown ratings were down and everything. And not even to talk about this dude backstage antics. Like this dude was a legitimate bully. Like there's stories with him and Chris Benoit made a guy quit WWE. His name is I forgot the name. I can't think of the name. I don't know if it was Paul Burchill, but it was somebody. But pretty much the story was that like JBL, Chris Benoit, and Hardcore Holly took a, a broom up a guy's. You know what, man? So yeah, that was JBL, man. Like he got knocked out by Joey Styles, so at least he got that. But yeah, JBL, he's a very polarizing individual. Dad, your thoughts on JBL?
I ain't like the guy. Like flat, flat out. Like I didn't like him. I didn't care for him. Like I didn't like his style. I mean, the only good thing that like he was just in a bunch of rumble fights where like it was fights. You know what I'm saying? So other than that, like I didn't like his intro. I didn't like the hat he
Dun, dun.
wore. Like I just didn't care for the dude.
And then he had that weird cow.
Yeah,
Moo.
in the back. Yeah, that
Yeah,
shit was funny, dude.
So one thing I could say about JBL, he knew how to draw heat. Like it was a time where
Oh,
they were touring in Germany. So what's the worst thing you can do in Germany? Do anybody know?
hell no! What is that,
Throw up the Hitler salute.
hmm
bro? Say, swear to God, he did
I
that.
swear to God, he threw up the Hitler salute in
That's like a
Germany,
hate crime, man.
and he got banned. And that's the reason why, like for a long time since then, WWE was banned from Germany for
mm.
this. And JBL didn't get fired; he got suspended, but he didn't get fired because that's one of Vince's boys. So
Nah, he
yeah,
probably should have got fired for that, man. Like, no doubt. That's a hate crime, bro.
I mean, like some of these dudes, like the stuff that they say and do, like it'd be borderline. You know what I'm saying? To drop that heat from the crowd, but some stuff it'd be like, dog, you really said that? You really did that? But I
No,
mean, it
that's
sells tickets.
no, that's the worst thing. That's
Real shit.
nuclear heat. You cannot, bro. You can go to prison for that. Like Germany, they don't even talk about Hitler. Hitler is erased from their history books.
Bro, it's a legit hate crime, bro. Like for real.
So,
But
all right,
personally, it's hilarious. I ain't even gonna hold you up.
I wonder if it's a video of that.
no, it's no,
Right.
no, it's no. This was around 2004. iPhones wasn't invented yet, and like, no way. This wasn't even a recorded event. This was like a live show.
Damn.
Like, so I doubt that there's footage of this, but yeah, this legit happened. And okay, let's talk about our next inductee. The late great David Smith, the British Bulldog. I'm gonna go with that first because he kind of remember him a little bit more than we do.
Yeah, I mean, dude was the British Bulldogs was tight, man. I remember when my old dude used to take me to go see the live events, and they was always, you know, at the events, and like you really, they really had a fan, a crowd favorite because I don't know if it was just by them being affiliated with the Hearts, but they really had, the crowd, with them. Um, and I mean the gimmick with them coming down with the bulldog, you know, and they was just real technical wrestlers. Like they
Yeah.
really had skills, So um, they was the truth back then.
Yep. Brian, you want to go next, or you want me to go?
Bro, I have no idea who he is. You know, I'm not a not an old
Okay.
school wrestling fan, bro.
Okay, so I'm gonna talk about the British Bulldogs. So, one of the greatest tag teams of all time, the Bulldogs, him and Dynamite Kid. Someone that would never be in a WWE Hall of Fame, the Dynamite Kid. I'm for sure of that. Like, because if they bring up the Dynamite Kid, like one of the Dynamite Kids, like someone that idolized the Dynamite Kid is Chris Benoit. So if they bring up and Dynamite Kid had his own like putting a shotgun to his white face.
Holy
So,
shit.
but the British Bulldog, yes, one of the greatest tag teams of all time. A two-time European champion and also won the IC title against not Brock, Bret Hart at WrestleMania. I think like 11 or 10, one of those WrestleManias. But he kind of fell apart during the Attitude Era because like his character couldn't adapt to the Attitude Era, but he was definitely someone in like the Rock and Roll Wrestling Connection during that time. He was definitely one of the greats and one of the greatest tag teams of all time. So let's go on to the next one. Now here's someone
So
that I'm
I'm
pretty
sorry
sure.
not to cut you off, but there is footage of JBL doing that salute
Oh,
on YouTube. So
I'm not
like
putting that up on my channel, bro. I'm not
like
doing it.
like like I just seen it. Like he did the little walk and had the hand up and stuff on the outside ring.
That's fucked up, bro. I gotta see that shit though.
Yeah, I just sent it to you in text, Mick.
All right, I'll send it to you, Brian. Like after we get done. So
Hmm.
here now, the next inductee. I'm pretty sure nobody know who's this. Nobody, none of y'all know who this is. But Justin Thunder Liger.
Yeah, when I seen that joint, man, I said, "Who is that?" I think you and I was on the phone, and I was like,
Yeah,
"Who? Like, who is
That's the
that?"
guy with the mask, right?
yeah.
I
So
mean, I-
okay, so I'm gonna talk about him then.
what year was he?
I mean, he's still alive and still wrestling. So,
What? Dude,
yes,
he looked like he was like in his 80s, man.
that's A to A. Y'all must not watch Mexico, man. These guys fighting in their 60s. I swear to God. But and doing moonsaults in their 60s.
That
So
shit is wild.
I mean, but pretty much this dude, like IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, he won that 11 times. He's a one-time WCW Light Heavyweight Champion. He's one of the most revolutionary competitors in like wrestling history. Just he opened a lot of doors for wrestlers such as Rey Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero. Like this guy was a legitimate star in Japan. So
Mm.
and he even wrestled not too long ago at one of the NXT takeovers. I think it was against Sami Zayn. It was somebody.
Mm.
Wait, what? When did this
Yeah,
happen?
I think it was 2016, 2017.
Oh, that's when I. Yeah.
Yep. So now we're gonna talk about the Bella twins. Who wanna go first? Here go to
Like I
Derek.
was I was shocked when I seen that. Like for real. Like when I seen them, I said they getting inducted. Like for what? Like what inductee, category was this? You know what I'm saying?
Sleeping with John Cena and Daniel Bryan, I guess.
Like who? Man, I guess they just let. I mean, I don't know. That's I don't know. Like I don't know what they. I I'm speechless.
All right, Brian.
Yo, personally, man, I feel like if they were gonna induct them, they could have did it a little bit later, man. Cause like they haven't even been with the company that long, bro. Like, let's be real. Bobby Lashley's been in this company way longer than them, and he's not even in the Hall of Fame, bro. And he's put in more work. I mean, it took him like 16 years to become WWE champion, bro,
What
and all
about
this other
ECW
shit.
champion, bro?
Yeah, okay, that too. But what about Kofi Kingston? Why isn't he in there if those two hoes are in there, bro? You know?
I, I mean, like because they done wrestling, right? They don't
You
compete,
don't
right?
even remember. No, not no more.
Bro,
Huh?
I was
No,
watching
they
that
don't.
they don't do that shit no more, bro. I was watching the Best of Bella, bro, the a couple weeks ago, bro. And honestly, every match was the exact same, bro. Like it was no different. You know, if they had like if one of them was going 1-on-1, was defending the title, they'll do the switch thing, and then maybe one time they'll get caught, but then they'll just do it again and win, bro. Like it was the dumbest shit, bro. The
Okay.
dumbest.
What was their interest? Did they do the splits through the ring?
No, that's Melina.
Oh, like I don't even look. What was their entrance? You can look, but you
Right?
they didn't do nothing in the ring when they got in the ring.
Yeah, they did some dumb hip movement stuff,
They
man.
shake their butt,
Oh,
man.
Yeah, some
mm,
So,
basic shit.
so the Bella Twins, they started in, I think they first came to the company. I don't know if it was, I think they were in Ohio Valley Wrestling.
mm,
That was NXT. That was like the roots of NXT, like one of WWE developmental territories, Ohio Valley Wrestling, and I think they was in there for like '05 or '04. You didn't really see them until like the 2010s, really, when they made it on the main roster, and they just had matches, like nothing really spectacular about them. They were just twins, so I guess that boosted up their popularity a lot.
That's it.
Um, um, so where do I go next?
That's it,
so,
bro. That's it.
uh, then they started Total Divas, which I guess a lot of people watched it. I guess it's still going on, and they had a spinoff called Total Bella, so I guess it's popular.
Well,
Um,
maybe that's why how they got inducted into there because they brought a whole nother aspect to the company,
reality TV, I guess, but really, like, what about their in ring work? They're sloppy in the ring.
bro. Very
Like,
sloppy.
there's like a 20-minute compilation of just them doing botches. So,
Mm.
like, injuring people. Like, they not Nia Jax bad, but yeah. So let's talk about the celebrity rank for the Hall of Fame. William Shatner. Thoughts on him?
Nah, he just looked like the King Lawler to me.
Bro, what show was
Hey,
he on? Because I know he was on television.
I don't know anything about him.
No, so
man,
no one knows anything about
I just
him.
know that famous thing that he did in WWE, like the King's Court, like Jerry Lawler's um
I mean
thing.
they
But
they
that's about
favored
it.
each other for real, for real. Like they could be cousins or brothers or something.
They do kind of look alike.
Yeah, but that's about it. So now we about to talk about the Warrior Reward.
No, no, don't, don't.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Titus O'Neil. This guy, the only guy that I ever seen in my life that ran to the ring and tripped and fell through the apron. I never seen nobody do this in my life. He almost killed himself running to the ring. The only man that I know that kisses his son on the lips.
Mm.
And I guess he do a lot for charity. But yeah, this is Titus O'Neil. Anybody?
No
Oh
words,
yeah,
bro.
oh yeah.
No words. No words.
That
I don't want to bury him, bro. For real, for real.
Nah, I mean the only like I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know who the guy was until I just started seeing him like like backstage talking and stuff. And
okay.
then I seen real spit. The only reason why I knew his face because Spice Adams had a video with them and Spice Adams was doing a shoot like he was preparing to wrestle. That's the only reason why I knew who the dude was. Other than that, I wouldn't have known who he was.
Yep. And then they talk about the legacy rank, Ray Stevens, Brickhouse Brown, Dr. Death Steve Williams, Baron Michaels Leonard, and Gary Hart. I'm pretty sure nobody knows who those guys are.
Mm-mm.
Bro, you talking gibberish.
So we're gonna move on to the 2021 Hall of Fame. So first, Molly Holly. Who thoughts on her?
I mean, she was alright, bro.
Okay.
That's all I
Dad,
got, bro.
Dad, what about you?
Molly, I'm trying to picture who that is. The name
Molly
sound familiar, but I
Molly
can't I can
Holly.
I can't
Uh,
picture it right now.
okay, I'll talk then. Two-time WWE Women's Champion,
What she
one-time.
look like though, man?
She got the haircut of a woman that loves another woman's company. Let's just say that.
Like the little tattoo lady that was fighting today.
Oh no, not no. You talk about Ruby Riot, not her.
You talking about Jet from Sonic Riders, bro?
No, not her, man. And also, she was a hardcore champion, but she's the only woman to ever get her hair shaved at WrestleMania.
Yeah, the
Mm.
bald headed girl who used to wear like I think pink or something like that.
Yeah, and then she kind of revitalized her career. Well, and then after that, she became Mighty Molly and
Hmm.
stuff like that.
Like I
So,
said, the name sound familiar. I just can't picture.
um, yeah. So definitely, like, she definitely not a wrestling Hall of Fame, and I don't know if her acolytes is good enough to be a WWE Hall of Fame. But okay, they running out of women to put in the Hall of Fame, man.
So they picked the
So,
Bella twins and her.
uh, hey, at least Molly Holly was a good worker.
Yeah,
Bellator
true.
fans, I don't know. But next, someone that
Primo.
definitely deserves. If you want to associate anything with wrestling, this guy definitely deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Eric Bischoff. Who want to go
Yeah.
first? I'll go first. So this guy was a former senior vice president of WCW, who led WCW on an 83 consecutive week rating win over WWE during the Monday Night Raws. This dude is one of the greatest heels in wrestling history. A Raw general manager. Um, like Eric Bischoff. Like what else to say about this guy? This guy definitely deserves to be in any Hall of Fame.
Man, he was great, bro. Can't forget those days where you used to, watch Raw, and then he'll come on there and tell people they got a match, and then he'll be like, "Oh, you got to be there in like 3 minutes or something
Yeah,
like that."
and a 3 minute warning used to come out and just destroy people. Yep. What about you, Dad? Any thoughts on Eric Bischoff?
Yeah, I mean, great guy, classic. And sure, I think he from the D.
Really?
I think he from the D. Look it up. I think the dude from Detroit. So anybody from the D is stand up guy to me.
Okay. Now, if I find someone that's like a murderer, man, you gonna say him too?
We gonna put him in Pontiac.
All right, Eric
Grant.
Bischoff. So the next, yeah,
Well, fact check that for me though.
I'm about to do it right now.
I think he's from Detroit.
Yep, he's from Detroit. Okay,
Oh
so
shit!
yeah, yep, definitely deserves to be in the Hall of Fame now. So the next person, someone who else definitely deserves to be in any Hall of Fame, Glenn Jacobs, Goodnight, Kane. Who want to go first on this guy's career?
Kane. I mean, classic matches. Like when he first hit the scene with as Kane. You know, man, it was just remarkable, man. Especially when you got dude, what's the dude name that commentates?
Paul Bear.
Huh?
Paul Bear.
Nah, the commentator back then.
Um, Gorilla Monsoon.
Nah, the dude that no longer he was drunk on what was that 2K or
Oh, Jim Ross.
yeah. When you got him commentating, like he just man, he made that dude roll. Like I mean, at one point, I think his character, you thought it was two different characters. Like, I mean, then you put him and Taker together, man. Like, good guy.
Definitely, yeah, definitely a Hall of Fame, and he's also mayor of Kentucky right now. So
Hell no, bro.
mayor of Kentucky. So definitely deserved to be in the Hall of Fame. I remember when he took off his mask for the very first time, and like that was I remember like that's one of the most like he was definitely a character that gave me nightmares as a little kid. Yes, you can call me a mark, but yeah, like Kane, like definitely. Like what else you can say about this guy? Like came in the 90s, like this guy Glenn Jacobs, he like they gave him a character that he couldn't mess up, like Undertaker's brother, long lost brother, and he ran with it and definitely one of the greatest in-ring competitor, and for a big guy he can move too, so
Bro, he can
Yeah.
move all over the ring, man, and he was fast too.
yep. So here's someone. When I first heard about this guy, it was kind of iffy. But oh yeah, Kane also eliminated the most people in Royal Rumble too. But this next guy is someone that I thought was like iffy. But the Great Khali.
Yeah, he's just tall. Man, bro.
I mean, I guess he put it on the map, and especially in India. I don't know how big,
Oh, he huge in India.
but I don't know how big, WWE was over there. I'm sure it probably skyrocketed once uh, the Big Khali came on the scene. But I'm sure that was more of a marketing move to
Yeah.
get that push for over there. I mean, basic wrestling, you know, like you really couldn't expect too much from a dude that big.
Oh yeah, man. This dude has some horrible matches. Horrible matches. John Cena. This is why I respect John Cena. John Cena has made put. He had a match with Great Khali and was Great Khali's greatest match of all time in a last man standing match, believe it or not. I think it was like '07, '08. But yeah, Great Khali, the only guy that I know that when he won the champion for the first time to hold the belt upside down on a hard camera. Like this guy knows no English and was like he was in the movie the longest
Right.
yards, and like if his name is anything else but Kali, he gets confused. Like, and the only guy to almost give Jim Ross like a heart attack, like he ribbed Jim Ross on live TV at Backlash, so which was kind of funny.
Oh
But
shit.
huh?
Holy shit.
Yeah, but this, yeah. So then later on, he became a comedy character. But yeah, the next guy into the Hall of Fame, someone that I think deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, a wrestling Hall of Fame, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. You can call me a mark for this guy too, because I am a mark for this guy. The whole effing show, Rob Van Dam. Who want to talk? Who want to go first? Dad, I already know you're gonna bury him, so you go first, man.
I pass.
No, 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 no. Give your thoughts on him, man.
Like, dude, I mean, that's why he's from where Battle Creek.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's not from the D, so he gets no love from me.
Oh man.
Like, I mean, like I have you ever? I just don't like the guy. Like, it's nothing personally towards him. Like, I think he's a great athlete. I just don't like him. And just because I don't like him, like I would never give him love on anything. You know what I'm saying? Like I know that's your boy. You old crazy for him. So I just rather just say nothing.
All right, go ahead, Brian.
Man, RVD was the shit, dude. I'm telling you. Like the stuff that he did, he was like I would put him and Jeff Hardy, I mean, clearly in the same category. But RVD always had like a little bitty kind of like difference from him. He was more creative than Jeff. I mean, Jeff would just fall from places, high places. This guy, he'll like roll and like do a fucking a drop on a fucking ladder and shit and hurt his own damn self, man. Like the dude was crazy. Not to mention his crazy like kicks and shit, man. Dude was awesome.
Okay, now the
Like
mark's about to come
you
out. Go
you
ahead, go
you
ahead.
you you say he was better than Jeff?
No, I said I put him in the same category. I don't
Oh,
think he was better than Jeff Hardy. I mean, it's Jeff Hardy,
I
but
do. I do.
he does. But I
like
mean,
I
I
do.
mean,
And I'm about to prove my
I
reason
just
why.
don't
I'm about to prove why.
I just don't like how he just jump in the middle of the ring, spin, and like to me that was like girlish. Like
Rob Van Dam didn't get his trailer blew up in a meth lab explosion. Now did he?
in the meth lab explosion.
That's Jeff Hardy, man. Did every drug under the earth. But Rob Van Dam, now here go to market me. Now that's about to come out. The first time I seen this guy, bro, one of the most innovative wrestlers I ever seen in my life. The guy is just awesome. His work in ECW, like the greatest wrestler in ECW history. You want to talk about ECW? You cannot. It's Tommy Dreamer, Sandman, but nobody can never talk about ECW. The longest reigning ECW television champion. Every match with this guy was great. He had one of the greatest matches, one of the greatest feuds of all time against in ECW against Jerry Lynn. One like classic matches. He came to WWE in the late '90s. Well, yeah, like around '97, and that's when he got the name Mr. Monday Night. Went back to ECW, tore it up. When ECW closed down, he was the only guy from ECW and WCW during that time to get over because everybody loved Rob Van Dam. In 2006, he won the Money in the Bank ladder. He won the Money in the Bank ladder match, and then in 2007 he cashed it in against John Cena at ECW One Night Stand to win the WWE champion. He's the only wrestler to have the ECW champion and the WWE champion at the same time. This guy, the split-legged moonsault, the five-star frog splash, like one of the greatest in-ring workers of all time. Like no, you can't hate on this guy. Like this guy has the records to prove it. Left WWE, went to TNA, won their big champion, um, the TNA World Champion. Um, then he got his own comic book store or whatever. Then like
Did you
he
say
went back,
comic book store?
yeah. Then this guy he went back to TNA and revitalized his career with cutting promos in a jacuzzi with two women. Like this dude Rob Van Dam, like what else you can say about this guy? Definitely deserved to be in any wrestling Hall of Fame. The whole effing show. So yeah, I was hyped when I first saw him in the Hall of Fame. But yeah. So that's it for the Hall of Fame. Oh, Ozzy, oh yeah, and the celebrity ring Ozzy Osbourne. Really wasn't. I'm not really a fan of his music, but okay. Anybody else?
That should tell you right there.
Okay, so now let's talk about NXT. Brian, I'm gonna let you talk about NXT because you had the most fun watching NXT. I did too, but yeah, go ahead.
Bro, first off, man, I really like first I really like the national anthem that it was done with a guitar instead of just singing it and shit. You know, it kind of sets the mood, and you know NXT is full of energy anyway, so it only hyped everything up even more. Now, the first match, man, the very first match was fucking wild, dude. I'm a fan of Pete Dunne, and I don't know about the other guy. I forget his name. What's his name?
I
Um,
don't know, bro. I don't know none of these jabronis,
the
bro.
jabronis. Okay. The only thing I know is that his submission move is the hoverboard lock. You know that shit is kind of dangerous. He knocked a couple of people out like that. But you know I like that match because it was just kind of brutal, man. Like it was really brutal. Like they was fucking each other up, man. Like you know, Pete Dunne, he got the brutality stuff where he does the joint manipulation, and then the other guy he just does like a bunch of crazy submissions, man. You know, it was a really technical match, you know, and I loved it, man. It was great, bro, fucking great,
So with me, when it comes to NXT, I don't remember most of these guys' name, but overall, it
bro.
was a
You
great show.
tripping?
I know some of them, but I don't know everybody's name. Pete Dunne, of course, Finn Balor, and people like that. Adam Cole.
Walter,
Oh yeah. Oh, that Walter
the
match was great.
Walter
Walter,
match was
bro,
nice as hell, dude.
Walter. Yeah, one of my favorite wrestlers right now. But yeah, now y'all ready to for the main event to talk about WrestleMania Night One.
Sure, why not, bro?
Okay, what was the first match? What was the first match? No,
Damn.
no. Okay, yeah, it was Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre.
All right, look, I'm gonna go first on this one. Okay, so look, I personally thought that Drew McIntyre was gonna win, bro, just because like he carried WWE, even though I hated it, but he carried WWE throughout the whole pandemic. And once he get to a crowd, like they kind of just not give it to him, bro. That shit was kind of fucked up, bro. But at the same time, it was funny as hell, cause like, dude, you worked hard for that shit. He's literally been the main guy for over a year now, bro. Like him, and then it was Randy Orton. Then they kind of switched him out and did some other shit. But like, it's kind of fucked up how they did him. But I'm glad for Bobby Lashley, man. He deserves it.
Yeah, because he's black. But yeah,
No,
yo,
fuck being black, bro. He deserves it, man. He worked hard for that shit, bro.
I'm
He
joking,
he
man.
upped his character, bro.
I'm joking.
He upped his like no.
Yeah. First, like I'm going to say it before WWE say it. The highest. They set a record for the highest audience for any show for pandemic for the during this pandemic.
Of
They going to
course, nigga. Like, what
they
do you
going.
mean?
Oh yeah, they going to say it. Watch.
What do you mean during this pandemic? We can't even go anywhere, bro. Like, they're not even supposed to be there.
Hey, so
That don't make sense, bro.
but yeah, the Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley match. It was a okay match because I don't know. Like, have y'all know as big as these guys are, man? They punches was horrible,
Yeah, Bobby
horrible.
Lashley's for one was just terrible, low key. Like his
Like,
punches were terrible.
yeah. Any thoughts on the first match?
Yeah, like I told you, like for them dudes to be so big, man, they was hitting like super soft. You know what I'm saying? At least make me a believer. Like
Yeah, we expected that from the women.
Mm.
I mean, I always said in all the shows that I feel that big guys, some of the big guys matches just be super boring and just like it's repetitive. We're gonna punch, 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 slam, 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 punch, 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 slam, slam, slam. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing more to their matches. So
Definitely. Um, yeah, the finish was weird. I would admit because God, we were watching it. We were on the phone and watching it. It kind of ended where like he just passed out. Like, but he didn't even. He didn't really. It didn't even look like he passed out. But I guess Bobby Lashley won the match.
Yeah, they just gave it to him, bro.
So the next match, you had the females turmoil match. You had one of the women tripping coming down the ring.
oh,
Oh
that
my god!
joint was hilarious.
I like, man, this is gonna be a disaster. Then you
Bro,
had, huh?
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I literally came in at the end of that match, bro. I didn't want to watch it. I did not want to watch it, bro.
I
I
mean,
seen who won, and I was good. That was good enough for me, bro.
oh yeah, Natalia and Tamina. Now me and my dad, we were laughing at this because it looked like Tamina didn't want to go on that top rope.
She didn't, bro. I seen that part though. I did see that, bro.
It's like she had
She
that look
stopped.
like, man, really?
Yeah, she was
Like,
irritated as fuck. You can see that, man. She wanted to be done with this shit.
She was tired, man. Big girl was tired. Never mind. I ain't even gonna make that joke. But the next match was Cesaro versus Seth Rollins. This is a
Uh,
good match.
Bro, personally, anytime you see Cesaro, well, not anytime, but most of the time when you see Cesaro and anytime you see Seth Rollins, bro, always a good match, bro. Especially Seth Rollins, man.
Definitely. Now I'm sorry, man. That little swing he did, man, that made me dizzy, man. Like I felt sorry for Um,
That
Seth Rollins going like doing that. He did it twice, man.
Yeah, I mean, I probably would have been on the other end. Like I would have Earl, like, nah, dude, no, we not about to spin me around like this 2 times in a row. Come on, my guy.
So the next match, the new
And
gay
you
guy. I
could
mean,
tell he was like when when he was holding his head, like, and I know he had to have his eyes closed.
definitely.
so yeah, the next match, the new gay. I mean, the New Day
Yeah, okay.
versus AJ Styles and Omos. What y'all think of that match?
Bro, I
Omos
love that
basically.
match. Go
I
ahead, man.
like
Go
it
ahead.
too. I like it too. Like when Omos came in, bro, this dude
Yeah.
was bad. Like this
It
dude
was,
was brutal.
bro, I always like watching a New Day point blank just because, bro, like they have so much fun, bro. Like it's always a lot of fun to watch them have fun too. But when Omos came in, you know shit was going down anyway, bro. Plus AJ Styles, man, like come on, dude. They
One
wasn't
of
gonna
the
win
greatest.
anyway.
Well, AJ is one of the greatest wrestlers. Period.
Period,
Like,
bro.
I mean, I kind of predicted how the match was gonna be. Like, and we was on the phone. I was like, look, dude about to get straight mollywop. AJ Styles about to get straight
Hmm.
mollywop. And then towards the end of the match, that's when the big dude gonna come in and just straight do what big dudes do. Punch,
Yeah.
heavy hits, you know, and
Slams.
and that's exactly how it played out.
I mean,
Yep.
he can't do much though. He's
Like
like
I
7'2".
Nah, he's 7'3", man. This dude
Damn.
huge.
like I
He's
just
three
don't
hundred pounds.
I just don't get it where you just gonna let dude jump on your back and sit on your shoulders. Like for me, we done crossed the line on that one, my guy.
So the next match we had the steel cage. This is the first steel cage match I've seen in a long time. Braun Strowman versus Shane McMahon.
Another predictable.
Definitely.
Like we knew Shane was gonna get tossed from somewhere high up. Like it was very
Yeah.
predictable.
I hope he don't die like falling off of something one day.
We're jumping off or some shit.
Like this dude do this every match. It seemed like,
He do it
but
every big match for sure.
yeah, but Braun Strowman won. Everybody knew. So the next match, Bad Bunny versus Damian Priest. Wait, Bad Bunny and Damian Priest versus Miz and the Beta John Morrison.
Bro, personally, I love that match, bro. It showed a lot, bro. Like, Bad Bunny, he's a fucking rapper, bro. He's not a wrestler. But the guy, he lasted at least, 20 minutes in that bitch, bro? Actually doing real stunts and shit, bro. Like, come on, dude. Most people won't even get in the ring and, like, slap a wrestler, bro.
I mean,
I thought it was pretty cool.
I was shocked to see Bad Bunny. He did a Canadian Destroyer. I didn't expect
Exactly,
that.
bro.
So yeah,
Yeah, I
it
mean,
was a good match.
like I wouldn't have never like expected that. Like I mean, so used to him, with the reggaeton, you know, like you wouldn't expect that he had that kind of
For the
athletic
for the
in it.
Spanish, for the people that don't speak Spanish, what does that mean? The way yeah, what you just said.
Reggaeton is just the type of music that he has. Like it'd be like similar to rap, but
Okay.
in the
So the
Spanish
re-
culture.
so Dwayne
Reggaeton.
so Dwayne Jerome is rap in Spanish.
No, reggaeton. Like
What does that
reggae,
translate to?
like reggae.
What's reggae? Ray J? Ray J, the
No,
rapper?
no, reggae. Like reggae music, like
I'm
Islander.
joking.
Oh my
I'm
god.
joking. This dude is serious. All right, I'm joking, man. But yeah, yeah. I never heard of Bad Bunny.
Yeah, he's
Bro,
big in the Latin community.
he's one of the biggest in the Latin community, but I've never heard of him until he popped on WWE one day. No, actually, he did a song with Cardi B, and that's where I remember him from. I think.
Who?
I don't know if he did one with Cardi B or not, bro. I can't remember.
Mm.
It was something
But
like
yeah. So yeah, the next match, really the match that I really cared about the most,
that.
Bianca
Everybody cared
Belair.
about the most.
Yeah, my crush Bianca Belair and the big
Everybody's
forehead Sasha
crush.
Banks. Bro, no, 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 bro. Stop being a bandwagon, bro. You wasn't even a fan of her, bro. You thought she was ugly, bro.
Bro, I was fucking with her since NXT,
No,
bro.
you was
Before,
not,
bro.
bro. No, you was
I
not, bro.
was,
You was talking about she too big, man. Like she too big, bro, to be attractive, bro.
bro. When I
You
say
compare,
everybody's crush, I'm
you
talking about
compared her. No, bro. You compared her to China, bro.
yeah, bro. Cause she is huge, bro. She's not as huge
Oh,
as China, but she's on her way, bro.
man.
Let's be real. She's on her way, bro.
No, she's not, bro.
Okay.
But
Well,
yeah, this was a great match, man. This was definitely like that match definitely should have closed. Definitely, they made the right choice of having this match close the show. Bianca Belair is champion. Hopefully she carries the belt and hopefully she have a long title reign.
bro,
But
it made history too.
what you mean
First,
made history?
first African American women main event. Two of them, the first two.
Wait, she's the first African American woman to main event WrestleMania.
No, they're the first two to main event
Oh,
WrestleMania.
okay. Yep, you're right. Yep. Yeah, I thought you were about to say the first SmackDown Women's like African American champion. I
Hell
like.
no,
Well,
Sasha Banks was black, bro. Wasn't she?
yeah, I guess she
I don't know
related.
what she is.
She related to Snoop Dogg, so I guess she is black. Um, but I was about to say it's a lot of black women that became champion. But yeah, overall, this was a great match, man. It really put Bianca Belair over to be like a threat. Like she's super strong, man. So
They was focusing on the whole time. But personally, watching her NXT run, bro, she's done a lot of great shit, bro, even before this fucking match, bro. And they should have showcased everything, man, instead of just
they
her.
kind of did, bro. Like they kind of did, like they. I was happy to see her use her hair as a weapon. I
Yeah,
miss when she used to do
she,
that.
yeah, bro, she don't do that no more for real. She
Yeah,
took
she
it
did
back a
it.
little bit.
Yeah, she did it today, and man, that John, I know that hurt. That has to hurt.
Man, you heard it echo, bro.
Yeah, my dad think it was fake though.
Like, I mean, I ain't never heard hair make that kind of sound before.
Bro, it's a braid.
Weave, man. A braided weave, that shit is hard.
How you know, bro?
I've dealt with some black chicks, and I grew up with all women, bro. So
You ever? So a woman hit you with their hair, man?
mistakenly, yeah. You know how they be flipping they shit over and stuff, bro. You ain't never been hit like that before, bro.
Nah, I never been hit with a hair.
Maybe I was just too close.
But yeah, Bianca Belair is champion. So overall, this is a great show. They did have a delay with the little rain, but overall, which it kind of added to some comedy because you had multiple people tripping, like AJ Styles trip. I don't know if anybody saw that,
Yeah,
but
and then he caught himself like on before he even hit the ramp.
yeah,
Yeah, I seen that shit, bro.
but yeah, overall, this was night one was pretty good. So we'll be back with y'all for night two. Any final thoughts from anybody?
Well, I would just say, this past week, bro, this past weekend has been great for wrestling for me, bro. I've been excited every single freaking day, bro. And let's just, I'm just hoping that this next main event, bro. I hope that the match is pretty decent, bro. I hope it's not cliche.
Well, we'll see, man. They might bring the gimmicks back, man. You never know.
I think it's gonna be cliche, but I hope it's not.
All right, that
I mean, I guess we'll wait and see tomorrow. I mean, like, I kind of wonder, like, if they was taping it all in one day, or if they was actually, you know, taping it separately. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I guess we'll see like tomorrow when you see the fans in there if they pretty much the same clothes or whatever. But like it seemed weird. Like how did they take that? I mean, how did they? All right, you pay for part one and you pay for part two. You know,
No, I think it was just a bundle. I guess. I think I don't know.
yeah. I mean, or maybe did they split it up because in previous years people just complained how long it was. You
I
know, so
mean, yeah, man, 7 hours, man.
That's a whole work day, bro. I'm not watching it for a whole work day.
Man.
when we went, was it that long? I can't remember.
No, no, it was not that long. I think WrestleMania 23 was like 3 or 4 hours.
So what changed? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I guess the work rate, like people want to see better workers, like, cause the difference now is like there's so many good workers and so many great matches that everybody needs time in a way, you know. And plus that we're not even talking about like the Hall of Fame rink and then the backstage the backstage gimmicks that they do in the back, like yeah. So so yeah, I can definitely. And plus, they also do like a live performance now. So
Hmm. I think Wale's performing.
uh,
Yeah,
Wale haven't been. He's performing tomorrow.
yeah,
He haven't been. Is he still relevant?
Mm, a little, I guess. I don't know, bro.
Okay, okay. But
Yeah,
yeah, guys, we'll be back here for night two. Anybody want to plug anything?
no, I'm good.
That
So go shop at intimatearomas.com.
yep, and use my promo code MVS show all caps or in one word to get 10% off. So yeah, guys, that'll do it for this video, and we'll see y'all back tomorrow, or whenever the video get uploaded. Peace.